So guys, today I'm out for a walk with my boy, and I just wanted to give you guys like an idea of what the countryside is in the village. We've been walking for almost a kilometer now. This is what it feels like. The serenity of it all. It's so calm and beautiful. I love going for a walk like this with my boy, sometimes outside, because he sleeps better. You know, the air is fresh, especially now that it's spring. Usually it's all brown in the winter. It's brown, but it's still very lovely because the weather is really nice. The air is it's fresh and amazing, and my boy loves to sleep. I mean, who doesn't want to sleep in a peaceful environment like this? Fresh air, no pollution, no traffic, no cars. The most you will see, maybe 1 or 2 cars and a few bicycles, people riding by. I love it. So yeah, walk with me. I live, if you do not know, I live in Germany, in a village. I always call it village, but it is a village in the countryside. As you can see, I've lived in the city before. I lived most of my life in Germany, in a big city, and I can tell you that the difference is huge. If you watch my video, I didn't even mention most of the differences, but one of the things I love is the calmness, the serenity, the purity, the closeness to nature. I mean, especially now that I'm beginning to start a family, I have a son. There is no better place of raising your child than in such calmness, away from the chaos in the big city. I'm not saying that those living in the big city don't live a good life, but I'm just saying from my experience, I'd rather have it here. Because let me tell you something, if we were in the city, this road would have been so busy. Like, even if you go to a walk in the city, no matter how huge the park is, bicycles will be running, passing you by every now and then, every second, and it will be so busy. You would even wonder if everybody in the city is at the park at the same time. The park is usually full, and you have people playing music here and there. I'm not in a park, but even if I go to a park here, you will not find people sitting there playing guitars and things like that. And we don't necessarily need a park here in the city because we have a lot of greenery. I mean, here in the countryside, because we already have a lot of greenery. So the city, they need an extra park because they need that closeness to nature in a way, because it's mostly made of gigantic apartment buildings and things like that, supermarket, office buildings. But when you live in the countryside, there are very less people, few houses. People live in houses than apartments, so there are not a lot of people, you know. So yeah, these are all just like plain fields and a few people riding bicycles here and there. Hello. Hello. And a few people riding bicycles here and there, you know. See how beautiful it is. I just walked past 3 people riding their bicycle. Welcome to the countryside of Germany. We are in Sachsen. Yeah, in Sachsen. I've lived in Baden-Württemberg. And of course, Baden-Württemberg is, I don't know if it's better. I don't know, it depends. Some people say West Germany is better than the East, but it depends. Oh my God, there's a moped coming. It's gonna wake my baby up. Oh, I knew it. Oh, fuck. I knew it was gonna wake my baby up. Where is he going to in this? I hate this. I hate this. How long has he even slept for? Anyway, he had slept at midday, but I like that he sleeps twice during the day. One at midday, and then one in the afternoon. Sometimes he wakes up in the morning, have breakfast, and then takes his morning nap, which can last up to 2 hours. If he does that, then he will not sleep at midday, but then he will sleep in the afternoon, early afternoon, maybe 2 or 3. But he slept at 12:30 to 2, and so I wanted him to sleep another hour from 4 p.m. because now that it's summer, I put him to bed at 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:30 or 9. I try to push it, depending on how much energy he still has. But if he doesn't sleep twice, he can't hold up, and then he will wake up very early. To be honest, I'm doing it for myself, because when he wakes up at 6 a.m. as a stay-at-home mom, why am I waking up at 6 a.m.? What are we gonna do at 6 a.m.? And it's not really summer, I'm still sleepy at 6 a.m. People say sleep when the baby sleeps, but it's not as easy as they say. Once the baby sleeps, sometimes that's when I'm trying to make dinner, clean up, and all of those things, and I'm going to bed maybe 10 p.m. Then the night wake ups. I'm not a baby. For some women, maybe it's easier that once you feed the baby at night, you fall right back asleep. Me, sometimes my mind is wandering from Japan to Morocco. I don't know, if you're a mom, do you just fall asleep immediately after you feed your baby, or does your mind wander a little bit like mine? Anyway, I digress. Back to our topic. We are still here in the countryside. I love it. I love the nature, because coming from Africa, where I'm coming from, Cameroon, I lived in the city, but was still close to nature. It's not as developed as here, so you're still very close to nature. You still have trees around, bushes are not far away. But I think it's beginning to change now. A lot of development, huge buildings and things like that. Let me check if my boy is still asleep. Oh wow, he fell back asleep. Oh, that's good. I want him to sleep for at least for an hour. Then that way he can go to bed. He can go to bed maybe 9 p.m. But I'm not even worried this week because his father is around. His father is off work this week. So if he wakes up early in the morning, his father takes him and they go out, and I don't know, gets him busy, and then I can catch up with my sleep. Mom, I'm not a morning person, and he knows that. When we are just the two of us, when he wakes up in the morning, I feed him, and then I just let him linger around while I'm sleeping. He's playing alone or on my stomach, and I'm still very sleepy. I'm just closing my eyes. I'm listening to every of his movements, Look at those. Those are like, let me show you guys those things. Do you see those birds? Those are wild ducks. Those are wild ducks. They are actually ducks, but wild ducks, and they're not allowed to kill them, so they're not allowed to eat them, so they just stay there. I asked my mom once, and it's like, no, they're not allowed to kill them. They are wild dogs. And believe me, the thing about Germany is they adhere to rules like a glue. They really respect what the institution or the system puts in place. This is just a forest. Let me try to. It's a forest. They really respect. On this side you have a field. I think the ducks are over there because there is a swamp behind those thick bushes. That small house you see there, it's a hunting house. That's where the hunters get in, and then they trap to shoot the animals. Those are hunting houses. And on this side you just have a plain forest. Yeah, like I was saying, when he wakes up, I just let him relax until 8 a.m. I put him back to sleep and then we can both sleep. I don't know, I'm not a morning person, I swear, so we both have to sleep. But now I'm trying to train him because very soon he will start daycare. They call it Grippe here in Germany. My boy is up. Let me see, what time is it? Oh, he slept almost for an hour. That's not bad. They call it Grippe here in Germany. And so he has to be up in the morning to go to the daycare. But anyway, I'm not very concerned about that because he's a child that he adapts so quickly to change. If you want to train him to sleep at 9 o'clock, you need maybe just about 3 days. And if you want to train him to wake up at 6, he's up. He's naturally an early waker. I'm the one who I put him to sleep deliberately because I want to sleep. Where are we going to at 6 a.m.? Why are you up? It's too early. So you need to go back to sleep. Yeah. Do you know that most of the forests here are owned by individuals, and mostly because people who live in the countryside, they have houses and they use woods for heating, and you are not allowed to even get this dead wood on the forest floor. You are not allowed to. And the respect that, you know, and the respect that you I love that about these people. They say you're not, I'm not saying that they are perfect, but 90% of the time they adhere to the rules. If they say they're not allowed to do something, they don't do it, especially in the countryside, because everybody knows everybody. And those hunters, people who hunt, they don't usually hunt on their private on their lands. So because we do own a land, there's a dog coming. That dog is not on a leash, and I'm not finding it funny at all. There's a dog coming right there. Anyway, so if you own those hunters, when they hunt on your land every year, they organize like a meeting, you know, where just to say thank you to the people that they hunt on their property, and they give them a little money. It's not a lot, maybe like, I don't know, 25 or 50 euros, which is not bad. 25 or 50 euros, which is not bad. So yeah, anyway, I was talking about those dogs before I just skipped. Bear with me. Those dogs, you know, when my mom said then they don't kill them, I just laughed, because in my country that is meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say don't kill them and you don't put anything to protect them, like how do you like protect or cage a duck in the forest? They are birds. Like, you wake up in the morning and you won't find anyone. They will be extinct. People are hungry. Oh, there's a car coming. I don't even know. They will have to manage. There's a playground somewhere. Oh, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. There's a playground somewhere around there. That's where some people go. They are not even allowed to drive on this path. I don't know why they are driving here. So yeah. That's another haunting house. My boy is trying to tell me that if you walk through to where, I don't even know you guys see the car, you cannot see the car anymore. But this is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I just love this about the countryside in Germany. It's totally amazing. My boy has slept for an hour, which is good. I'm also a little bit tired because we've been walking for 1.5 hours. We're gonna find a place to rest, but not here. On our way back, I always stop here at this crossroad. The thing about one thing about German forest, this is their forest. It doesn't get thicker than this. It doesn't get bushier than this. Most of the times the forest is made up of fields and bushes. Like over there you see there's a field, and at the end of the field you have a thick bush, and here you see you have this forest here, and on the other side you have a field. It's a farming field. People plant food on this field. I always stop at this crossroad. This road leads to a playing ground. There's a river. There's a river somewhere. It's quite far when you go along this road, and then I don't know where this road leads to. But like I was saying, one thing I like about German forest is there is always a direction. Like this is telling you it's going to Waldschlossen, and then this is going to Langenreichenbach, and then the other one Benkenteich. So there's always a direction somewhere, so you cannot really just get lost. Whereas our forest back at home, if you get lost, you can get lost sometimes and nobody finds you. You know what I mean? We have the Amazon thick forest, and when people have farms, well, our journey ends here. We're gonna go right back. But let me just say something before I end this video. It's even longer than I thought it would be, but anyway. Meanwhile, in our forest back at home, people don't have huge fields like this as farms, and it's not organized, and every field you see is registered at the city council, so the government knows the owner of each field, so everything is organized to the T, you know. So it doesn't get thicker than this, you know. This is and because there's always a forest and a field besides, their roads are always accessible because they work with tractors. So this is a tractor road. That's why I was saying that why is that car coming here? They're not allowed to. You can see it's not tarred. It's a seasonal road. So because it's meant for tractors, for this field and for the other fields around. Anyway, thank you for walking my boy with me. You can hear him. Oh, you can hear him groaning. I need to put him to sit up. Okay. Bye and see you in my next.